So when you think of street food in Mexico City, your mind probably jumps straight to tacos, right? And hey, you're not wrong, but that is barely scratching the surface. Today, we are going deep, I mean really deep, into the streets of CDMX to explore the huge, delicious world of food that exists way beyond the taco. And this quote just absolutely nails it. Because the first thing you notice when you're there isn't something you see, it's what you smell. That mix of charcoal, sizzling meat, and that incredible earthy scent of fresh corn dough, the masa. It's like the city's own signature perfume. It's how you know you've arrived.
And look, this isn't just some foodie opinion. This is serious business. We're talking about a food culture so vital, so central to the nation's identity, that UNESCO actually named traditional Mexican cuisine an intangible cultural heritage of humanity. This is history and culture you can actually taste.
And that's exactly what we're here to do, to get you ready to walk those incredible streets and eat like a real chilango. That's a local from Mexico City. So let's do it. Are you ready to dive in? Okay, let's start our day the way the city does, with breakfast on the run. You know, in Mexico City, the morning commute is basically powered by what locals joke is the vitamin T diet, and that's T for tamales and tortas. It's fast, it's affordable, and it is built to fuel a city of millions. So, meet our first heavyweight champion, the guajolota. And yes, your eyes are not deceiving you. That is a whole, soft-steamed corn tamal stuffed inside a crunchy bread roll. I know, it sounds wild. It's carb-on-carb genius. But that combination of the soft, savory tamal and the crusty bread, it just works. And if you want the full experience, you can't just get the guajolota alone. You gotta order the guajoloto combo. That means you get the torta with its perfect partner, a steaming, warm cup of atole. Believe me, this isn't just breakfast. This is survival food, engineered to keep you going all the way till the afternoon. And just to blow your mind a little, that atole you're sipping, that warm, thick, corn-based drink, it's not some new fad. It is a pre-Hispanic drink that goes back 10,000 years. Yeah, to when corn was first being domesticated right in this region. You are literally drinking history. All right, next up, we need to decode the foundation of pretty much everything. Masa, the corn dough. Now here's the secret to understanding Mexico City's street food. The shape of the masa is what often determines the name of the dish. It creates this whole delicious family tree of corn-based wonders. So, let's compare two members of this family. First, the tlacoyo. This thing is ancient. We're talking pre-Hispanic. It's this beautiful oval shape, and it's stuffed with beans before it's cooked on a hot, dry griddle. Now compare that to the gordita, which means little fatty. It's a round disc that gets fried till it puffs up, and then it's sliced open and stuffed. See, same dough, totally different process, totally different food. So if a gordita is a little fried pocket, then what's a huarache? Well, just look at the shape. It gets its name from a sandal because it's long and oblong. It's also fried, but instead of being stuffed, it's used as this big, amazing base that gets loaded up with toppings. And this one, a true Mexico City original, invented right in the city back in the 30s. All right, pop quiz time. And this is a big one. A tip that will save you some serious confusion if you're visiting CDMX. It's a famous local quirk. So, when you order a quesadilla in the capital city, what is the one absolutely crucial thing you have to specify? And there's your answer. The vendor is going to ask you, con queso o sin queso? With cheese or without cheese? You know, everywhere else in the world, the queso and quesadilla kind of implies that cheese is a given, but not in the capital. Here, the word just means any folded tortilla with stuff inside. So pro tip, if you want cheese, you've got to ask for it. Okay, as we move into the afternoon, the food gets bigger. It gets bolder. This is when you need a serious meal to power you through the rest of the day. And for that, you turn to the heavyweights, the city's incredible sandwiches, and of course, street corn. Let me introduce you to the torta, the undisputed king of Mexican sandwiches. And the king of all tortas has to be the cubana. It is a masterpiece of everything. We're talking ham, hot dogs, roast pork, a breaded cutlet, cheese, egg, avocado. It's the ultimate kitchen sink sandwich. And fun fact, despite the name, it's a glorious Mexico City invention, not Cuban.
And then there is the pambazo. What makes this sandwich so amazing is how it's made. The bread roll is dunked in a red guajillo chili sauce before it hits the griddle and gets fried. And that creates this unbelievable texture that's somehow both soggy and crispy at the same time. It's messy and it is absolutely magnificent.
As the sun starts to go down, the smell on the street changes. You start smelling boiling corn and herbs, and that means the elotados are out. You've basically got two choices. You can get elotes, that's corn on the cob, on a stick, just slathered in mayonnaise, cheese, chili, and lime. Or you can get esquites. It's all the exact same delicious ingredients, but the corn kernels are shaved off the cob and served hot in a cup. One you hold, the other you spoon. Simple as that.
All right, after all that savory goodness, it's time to wind down our culinary day with something sweet. And let me tell you, the sounds and sips of a Mexico City evening are just as iconic as the food itself.
You will hear this before you ever see it. It's this high-pitched whistle, almost like a scream that comes from a steam pipe. It's one of the most classic, atmospheric sounds of the city at night, and it means the camotero is here, a vendor pushing this cart with a wood-fired stove, steaming sweet potatoes and plantains until they're impossibly soft and caramelized. Of course, you can't talk sweets in Mexico City without talking about churros. And when you talk churros, you're talking about one place, Churreria El Moro. It was founded way back in 1935 by Spanish immigrants, and its original location is now open 24/7. That's right, 24/7, making it a perfect stop literally any time of day or night.
Okay, so now you know what to eat, but let's quickly cover how to eat. Here's a little checklist of street smarts that'll help you navigate the whole scene like a total pro.
Here are two super simple but really important rules for picking a good spot. First, follow the crowd. A long line of locals is the best sign you can get. It means the food is good, it's fresh, and the turnover is high. Second, watch their hands. A really well-run stall will have one person handling the money and a different person handling the food. That separation is the sign of a pro operation. Now, this might be the single most important tip I can give you. The rule of salsas. Never ever judge a salsa's spiciness by its color. That creamy green one could be a mild avocado salsa, or it could be pure, fiery habanero. So here's the pro move. You put a tiny drop on the back of your hand and you taste it first. Then, and only then, you add it with confidence. You know, in the end, eating on the street in Mexico City is so much more than just grabbing a meal. You're not just a tourist watching from the sidelines, you're participating. Every bite connects you to this incredible history, from an ancient food like the tlacoyo to a modern city invention like the huarache. It really, truly is the city's heartbeat. So what's the best way to start your adventure? It's simple. Don't be intimidated. Just walk up to a busy stall that smells incredible, smile, and ask this one simple, friendly question. It's an invitation. It means, what do you have that's delicious? And it opens up the whole conversation. It's the perfect way to begin.